Hi guys, this is Andy from Nismotech UK. We're giving an overview for Shuttle. This is their DS47, which is a fanless media player. It can also be used in various other different environments, such as digital signage, point of sale, kiosk, educational, medical and automation as well. And it's also a thin client, so it can be used in places like call centres or general office use. We are going to be doing a separate install video for the DS47, but for now let's give you an unboxing and overview of the unit. Okay, so let's start with the front of the box. We've got the Shuttle logo right at the top here. Little bit of information: small, powerful, functionality, efficient, and a couple of images of the actual unit itself and the Shuttle website. On this side, again, more side profiles, and again, copy from the front. And then on this side, we come on to the actual specifications of the DS47. Now, it features a dual-core Celeron 847 processor and the NM70 Express chipset. It supports DDR3, 1333 MHz is the maximum speed. There are 2 SODIMM sockets. Each socket can handle 8 GB per slot, so you have a maximum of 16 GB of RAM to be installed. Support for HDMI and DVI, and also 1080p HD playback. It also features a dual gigabit LAN connection, as well as 2 USB 3.0 ports and 4 USB 2.0 ports, so a great range of expandability. It also features an RS-232 connector, as well as an RS-232, 422 and 485 port on the actual unit. Also integrated is a 2.1 channel HD audio, as well as 2 mini PCIe sockets and also an SD card reader. And the other fantastic benefit about this device is that it's fanless. So let's now have a look at the inside and see what goodies we get. Okay, so it looks like we've got an instruction manual and a box full of goodies and the actual unit itself. So just bear with me a moment. Close this up and look at them individually. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is the instruction manual. Looks like we've got multiple manuals here in foreign languages, so we'll just put them to one side and we'll have a look at the English version. On here it will tell you about the actual different connectors that are on each side of the actual unit. How to install the hard drive. It's got a 2.5-inch hard drive bay, motherboard illustration, so you can see exactly what parts of the motherboard are what. So that's really good. So we'll just pop that down to one side. Also included in this box here, we have got the power supply unit. We've got a power cord here. Obviously we've got the European edition. Got a couple of brackets here. Now what these will do is they will allow you to connect the actual Shuttle up to a monitor or a display, some form of visual display unit. You can actually connect and mount the actual Shuttle to the underside of a monitor. So we'll cover that in a little bit more detail a bit later. Series of screws, obviously they're going to be for the brackets, a couple of spare screws by the looks of things, and a driver CD. So we'll pop all that back in there for the moment, and I will then show you the actual device itself. Okay, so as you can see, it's come nicely packaged and nicely protected. So let's remove the foam towers and then this cloth, and we can actually have a look at the Shuttle. Just trying to figure out how it stands. Here we go. Okay, so it appears to me like you've got some plates here. See if by the looks of it they will actually unscrew. I've not got my screwdriver on me, so they're a bit tight. So let me go and get a screwdriver so that we can have a closer look. Okay, so I've now removed the actual mounting brackets that have been pre-installed to the actual device itself. This is the Shuttle DS47, so let's have a quick look around the actual unit. Also, we've got the Shuttle branding along the top here, and a little bit of information sort of about Shuttle on here, model number, etc. We've also got ventilation on either side of the actual unit itself. On the back here, we've got the access ports to enable you to install your hard drive and also the memory units, and also it states that this is the way up that it needs to sit, so it would literally go like that so that the heat can obviously rise up through the unit. So let's now cover the actual ports on this side of the actual unit. The first one is the CMOS port, which is on this side here. We then also got a DVI connection, a HDMI connection, microphone and a headphone jack, 2 USB 3.0 and your dual LAN port here as well as the AC power adapter. On this side we have the 4 USB 2.0, we have the power button as well as the power LED and hard drive activity LED, and then behind here we've got the 2 communication ports, which I'll pull off here like that, and down at the bottom we have the SD card reader. Okay, so I'm now going to remove the top access panels so that we can have a look inside and see the various parts of the actual system. Just bear with me. Okay, so on the inside here we can see that we have got a mini PCI port, we have the memory slots as well as the actual hard drive sort of bay area as well. Okay, so as you can see I've now removed part of the actual casing for the DS47 just to give you guys a bit of a look on the inside. As you can see we've got some form of speaker here, we've got the hard drive connector here, the memory slots here, the mini PCI connection here. Up here we have actually got a 4-pin PWM fan connection, which is a little bit confusing because obviously it's a fanless design. I'm really not sure where you can actually fit a fan into this actual system itself, so it'll be quite interesting to try and find that out. Just lifting this up, obviously you can see again the actual ports, and we have actually got quite a nice amount of clearance down on the inside here, obviously to aid with the ventilation. So I'm now going to put this back together. Okay, so we are going to be doing an install into the Shuttle DS47. I just want to say a massive thank you to Transcend for sending along some memory for our build. This particular module is one of only a few that are actually approved by Shuttle for use in the DS47, and we have 4 GB of RAM to use during our build. Okay, so these little things here are the things that I thought were brackets for the DS47, but in fact it looks like it is a stand. So we'll stick this at the front and just basically install it so it can sit upright like that, which looks really good indeed. The other thing I just want to quickly point out is that we have got a sort of line of rubber on the inside here, so when it is actually installed, just install it there, it's sort of quite difficult to actually move around. So obviously if you're connecting a flash drive or something into the front, or you're putting your SD card into the reader, it's not going to be too difficult to actually move around, which is a really good feature. Now, just to go on to a little bit or more information about the Shuttle DS47, the power supply that comes with it is 65 watts, so it's extremely low in power consumption. The fact that it is fanless also means that the noise level from the actual unit itself is kept to literally a bare minimum. And also if you install an SSD into the actual system instead of a 2.5-inch hard drive, obviously the noise level is going to be reduced even further. The Intel Celeron 847 dual-core CPU is clocked at 1.1 GHz and comes with 2 megabits of L3 cache, so it's not exactly the fastest CPU available. But what it does use is 32nm technology, which allows it to have a low maximum TDP, which is a thermal design of power of 17 watts, which does mean that it is able to be cooled passively, hence the lack of fans on the system. The integrated HD graphics is controlled by an Intel HD Graphics 2000 GPU. It does support up to DirectX 10.1, but unfortunately it doesn't support DirectX 11. But to be honest, on a system like this, you're not going to really need to be doing anything massive graphically. Realtek handle all the audio capabilities on the actual DS47, as well as the networking as well. The audio capabilities are handled by the ALC662 IC chipset. The built-in NM70 chipset makes it compatible with SATA 3, so you're able to use obviously the latest speed with the SSDs itself. It also features a built-in wireless network card as well. Now, as I mentioned, we are going to be doing an install into the system itself, so we'll be looking at things like the BIOS, showing you how to actually install into something like this, as well as giving it a little bit of a test just to see how well it does actually perform. So onto my overall views. I really like the solid built design of the Shuttle DS47. A massive amount of options are available with regards to things like the full HD 1920 by 1080 output for the video, the fanless design, the multiple I/O inputs, obviously with the USB 2.0, USB 3.0. The dual gigabyte LAN connection is a real plus point because you can team them up as well. The energy saving from the unit, obviously with it coming with a 65 watt power supply, means that you can basically keep it running all day long. You're not going to be using hardly any power to actually run the system, and obviously the noise is obviously, you know, literally non-existent. The only thing I would have liked to have seen is a USB 3.0 on the front of the actual device itself. The drivers have come on a CD, so obviously you do have to obviously take that into consideration. May have been a good idea to stick the drivers onto a USB drive or onto an SD card as well, just to make it a little bit easier for installation. But overall, I'm really looking forward to doing an install into the Shuttle DS47. And again, a massive thank you to Transcend for sending the compatible memory along for our build. So we hope you liked this quick unboxing and overview, and we'll see you in our next video.
We hoped you liked our video review. If you did, then please leave a like as well as any comments or questions you may have down below. Full details and specifications on this item can be found at our website, nismotech.com, along with all the links for purchasing if you wish. Also on our site you'll find our latest reviews and current giveaways, plus a lot more. We look forward to seeing you in our next review.